atrocious. 9 years later, the mother is still in a camp, refugee camp, which is called Bangladesh world's largest refugee camp. Her child has grown up behind a fence, never knowing home. She is still waiting for someone to say, what happened to you? Was genocide? And those who did it will be held accountable. 9 years too long to wait for justice, too long wait to go home. Today, let us not just remember, let us promise with her. We see you, we have not forgotten you, and we will not stop fighting. Yes, there are still many Rohingya in Bangladesh, like the world's largest refugee camp, who were registered in 1992. As you can say, I can say, like, my name is Rohingya. What is my name? My name is Rohingya. On 25 August, Myanmar government military junta openly committed genocide of the Rohingya minority in Myanmar, Arakan state. Which is that the world recognized as a genocide. Yes, I was not born in Burma. I was born in a refugee camp, Bangladesh. A camp. That world has called a camp, but we call it open prison. Yes, you ask me, what is my crime? You ask me, what is my crime? I have asked this question my whole life. I have no to answer. I have no to answer. My history started before I was born. My history started before I was born. In 1978, my parents started genocide. They fled Burma. Later, they were deported back to Myanmar. And a few years later, they became victims of genocide again. And again, they escaped to Bangladesh. In 1992, my parents were registered as a refugee in Bangladesh refugee camp, supported by the UNHCR and Bangladesh government. My father was 27, young. My mom was 25. The date in that same refugee camp, at age 65, the day waiting for justice, returning home, dignity and citizenship. Waiting to go home, waiting for justice, waiting for self-return. That labor camp, nothing was implemented since then. No justice, no return, no citizenship, nothing was implemented. And me, I have passed 10 years of my life in that open refugee camp, which is called open prison. 10 years without proper education, 10 years starving without enough food, living in a weak plastic shelter. I'm not alone. There are thousands of students like me, still surviving challenging refugee life in Bangladesh. Like a cat's life. That's like a cat's life. Who will rescue them from this cat's life? Who will rescue them from this open prison? We are not asking for pity. We are asking for what everyone else has. A home and identity justice. Today is 25 August, Genocide Remembrance Day. 9 years since 2017, but for us, the genocide started decades ago. And still continues today. We remember our parents who died waiting. We remember our childhood that has stolen from us. Do not let another generation die waiting in plastic shelters. Rohingya want to go home to Burma with safety, dignity, and citizenship. Please rescue the Rohingya from this past life. They are still Rohingya. They are living in that situation, in that life. You know, they are in monsoon. There is flood. In monsoon, there is flood. Rohingya, they run here and there just to save their kids, just to rescue, just to protect their kids from the flood. In summer, We can sleep inside that carton plastic with shelter because it is boiling hot. When it is summer, the temperature is too high. We cannot stay inside because of boiling hot. In winter, the fog gets into our houses. And that one blanket, two blankets, that is not enough to live in that shelter. There is also, we drink unsanitized water in that refugee camp. Poor health facilities. No education. We don't want to stay in this camp. Challenging hardship refugee life. We want to go back home. Stop genocide. We want justice. Still, Myanmar government, AI Arkan army committed genocide over Rohingya minority in Myanmar Arkan state. How? The kind of international services saw that Rohingya can share what is going on in Myanmar Arkan state. The kind of international service and committed genocide. What the international community, the world doesn't know what is going on in Myanmar Arkan state. Every day and every single day, Rohingya are being forced to leave Myanmar and Rohingya, and also every day hundreds of Rohingya that gets into Bangladesh. They flee Myanmar to Bangladesh, and also now the Bangladesh government, they tied up the security. They tied up the security. Now the Rohingya, they cannot get into Bangladesh refugees camp. So the Rohingya, their choice one thing: hijack will like going to Malaysia, Indonesia, and other neighboring countries. Because Myanmar is not safe for them. Bangladesh government, they tied up the security so that the Rohingya can't get into Bangladesh. How? That's why the Rohingya keeping their life in risk. They are going to Malaysia. There, every year, thousands of Rohingya, they die in the sea. Like as you can see in Andaman Sea, in auction. Every year, Rohingya die because Myanmar government, they are committing genocide. They have nowhere to go. That's why taking high risks of their life, they are fleeing here and there and to other neighboring countries. So who is responsible for all this? Who is responsible for all this? It has been decades. It has been decades. The Myanmar government committing genocide. But still, nothing is ensured. The world is watching. The United Nations does not implement anything. We just hoping for justice. Just waiting to return home. Getting the right with the full citizenship. There, in 1992, they are the UNHCR, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee, and the Bangladesh government. That is some Rohingya who has committed genocide in 1978. They were few Rohingya Muslims, but the Bangladesh government and the UNHCR could not solve their issue. But at that time, there were few Rohingya Muslims. Even at that time, the Bangladesh government and the UNHCR couldn't solve the Rohingya crisis. Do you think? I don't think the United Nations, UNHCR, will be able to solve this Rohingya crisis. Now, because when there were few Rohingya Muslims, at that time, Myanmar government, the United Nations, UNHCR, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee, and Bangladesh government couldn't solve the Rohingya issues. So, how the United Nations will solve over 1 million Rohingyas crisis? I'm asking you, I'm asking everyone, tell me, how only 25,000 Rohingya crisis could not be solved? How over 1.4 million Rohingyas crisis will be solved? What do you think? Is this the failure of United Nations? Is this the failure of Bangladesh government? Is this the failure of REMEMBRANCE? Is this the failure of ASEAN? Is this the failure of international community? I request, as a human being, rise to voice. We don't want to be your problem. We don't want to be your problem. Please raise your voice stay. Please support Rohingya. Please, we seek justice. We want justice. No more refugee life. We want to go back home, dignified with full citizenship. We lost our siblings. We lost our elders. We lost our parents. We lost our babies. We lost our siblings. We don't want to lose anymore. Stop genocide. Stop ongoing genocide. In Myanmar, Arkan army, they are still displacing the Rohingya minority. Because we are Muslim. We are not human beings. Why you are treated as animals? We are human. We have life. We have eyes. We have an identity. But our identity has been stolen. We want justice. Raise your voice. Please support the Rohingya. Please support the Rohingya. We want you. We need you. We are not. Please don't let us feel alone. Please step behind us. Raise your voice. Please, we request. We want justice. Genocide Remembrance Day. This is not a day. This is a day of pain. This is the day of Myanmar government, military. They can rape more than 18,000 Rohingya Muslims. They can rape. They bound down Rohingya Muslims. They killed, massacred. They killed thousands of Rohingya in Myanmar states. We have been waiting for justice for decades. But the United Nations just giving hope. They just giving hope. We are not waiting for hope. We are not asking for pity. Please ensure our justice. There, thousands refugee land is a silencing refugee land. Just think like how we escape Myanmar persecution. There, every one of us witnessed genocide. We know. Everyone witnessed genocide. Everyone knows how the Myanmar government committed genocide over Rohingya Muslims in Myanmar. Arkan state is tormentous, outrageous. We are crying to you. Please stay with us. Please stay behind us. We want justice. Like, for example, if you see that your daughter is, tied up in a player or in a tree, and you are in front of your son, your wife, your siblings, everyone is rushing, and the military junta or someone is raping, gang rape your daughter, your sister, your mom, then what would you feel? What would you do? So, we fast that. If you see someone is killing your son, your daughter, any one of your family members, at that time, what would you do? We fast that. There, Myanmar government, Myanmar military junta, they randomly can't shoot at killing Rohingya Muslims. When the Rohingya Muslims, they were escaping genocide. At that time, Myanmar government, military junta, to wipe out the evidence, Myanmar military junta, they fired overflowing Rohingya Muslims with helicopters. And they use mortar shells, overflowing Rohingya Muslims. Even they didn't spare the little babies, pregnant, elderly, and also they even randomly gunshot with the fleeing Rohingya Muslims when they are crossing the North River to Bangladesh. So the world is witness. There the international community, international media highlighted the suicide. We want justice. We request, please stay behind us. Please stand behind us. Thank you so much.
Arkan Times Torhoton Hover Soya, Fon Soya, like, comment, share, Goroya, Bekinore, Tehedilo Sate, Shokuria. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.